Locker room. This is the play that just occurred.
That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it. And she went down hard and was clearly in a lot of pain.
Sophie Cunningham's 2025 WNBA season with the Indiana Fever reached a devastating and emotional turning point during their August 17th match up against the Connecticut Sun. Cunningham, known throughout the league for her fiery energy, relentless hustle, and deep emotional grit, became the focal point of concern after suffering a severe right knee injury that not only threatened her own season, but sent shockwaves of worry through teammates, coaches, and fans alike. The second quarter was well underway when Connecticut Sun guard Bria Hartley made an aggressive drive to the basket and, in the scramble for defensive positioning, collided forcefully with Cunningham's right leg. Instantly, Cunningham crumpled to the hardwood, clutching her knee and letting out a cry of pain that reverberated through the arena. Her anguish was raw, and visible tears fell as she shielded her face with one hand, her other arm protectively wrapped around the battered joint. Medical staff rushed onto the court as Fever players huddled nearby, most notably Kelsey Mitchell, whose shock and concern mirrored the feelings of every Indiana supporter in that tense moment. The television cameras panned close, capturing Cunningham's desperate attempts to remain composed, but the pain and fear were overwhelming. With some assistance, she limped to the bench, a towel draped over her head as she sobbed quietly, an image that quickly flooded social media, drawing messages of support and sadness from across the WNBA community. Coach Stephanie White's face reflected equal devastation and determination. She called the moment crap, admitting to reporters post-game that as soon as she saw Cunningham hit the floor, she knew it was serious. The Fever's roster has already been battered by misfortune. Caitlin Clark has spent much of the year on the sideline, and veterans Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald also lost to significant injuries. Cunningham's injury, therefore, felt like the tipping point of a season that has tested the limits of Indiana's perseverance and spirits. As the game progressed, the remaining Fever players rallied behind their fallen teammate, displaying the kind of collective heart that Cunningham herself exemplifies every night. Kelsey Mitchell seized the moment, putting on one of the most historic performances of her career, dropping 39 points, including clutch overtime buckets, to lead Indiana to a dramatic win. Yet, every celebration was tinged with concern and uncertainty, as the team and fans knew the true outcome depended on Cunningham's MRI scans scheduled for the following morning. Post-game, the locker room was a mix of exhaustion, hope, and anxiety. Mitchell dedicated her performance to Cunningham, saying, "This was for Sophie. She's our fight in our heart. We owe it to her to keep going." Her words captured the essence of Cunningham's impact, not just her offensive stats or defensive tenacity, but the intangible leadership and emotional core she provides. Cunningham's family, especially her outspoken sister Lindsay, added another layer to the drama. Lindsay posted online, sharply criticizing the WNBA for what she called pathetic player protection and inconsistent officiating, a sentiment echoed by many Fever fans who feel that this season's spate of injuries is as much a league-wide issue as it is a team problem. The frustration reflects not only on the core safety and officiating standards, but also on how the WNBA manages player health, resilience, and recovery, issues that become painfully relevant in moments like this. For Sophie, the emotional toll was immense. She's no stranger to playing through pain or adversity. Her college career and early seasons in the pros are filled with instances where she's led through grit, cheerful defiance, and a dedication to her teammates. This time, though, the pain felt overwhelming, and in her brief post-game comments. Delivered through tears and grit, she asked for prayers, promising she'd do everything possible to get back on the court. As MRI results were awaited, speculation ran rampant about the extent of Cunningham's damage and how long Indiana's heart would be absent. Recovery timelines, physical therapy regimens, and even long-term impact on her career became topics of heated discussion. Yet, throughout, Cunningham responded with characteristic honesty and hope, sharing glimpses of her rehab and gratitude for the wave of support from Fever, faithful, and the wider basketball world. Her resilience remains emblematic for a team continually asked to dig deeper, reassess priorities, and fight through adversity. This injury, captured vividly and authentically in the Connecticut Sun matchup, is more than a sports headline.